In this video, I want to take our example chart that we've been using in lessons 3 and 4 and put it into the form of the sky map in Janus, which is the three-dimensional map, so that we can look a little bit more at the coordinate systems and watch the chart animate in something like 3D, like I will also do when I rotate it as a flat chart. So here's the chart. It's 4:30 a.m. The ascendant is at 27 Aries. Let's go to the sky map and see what happens when we put it into that form. And I'll explain a little bit more about how this works. This map is fully three-dimensional in the sense that you can tell it to look at the globe from any possible perspective. You can rotate it in any way, and you can look at it from any one of the three reference frames. Well, what I'm doing now is looking at it from the horizontal reference frame, kind of like in the diagrams in the course, where we are outside of the universe looking down at Said. If you look in the upper right, you will see that I've chosen the horizontal reference frame. It also allows you to choose the ecliptical and equatorial. And I've chosen to make it colored. You can have it black and white, but I think it might be easier to make it colored. I've made the background black. And what I've done, if you look a little bit below here, is there are three sliding dials here, or sliding tools. Remember that in the horizontal reference frame, degrees are counted around the horizon, around your feet, in degrees of azimuth, and they're counted from the north all the way around to the south at 180 azimuth, and then back to the north. So what I've done is I want to see what is at due east. Due east will be 90 azimuth. So if you see here in this first sliding marker, it allows you to jump forward and backward in increments of 90 degrees, but you can also click and drag and do it gradually. Let's go back and make the center of the chart be 0 azimuth. So this is due north. Now if we rotate it around slowly, I click and drag, we come around to the east at 90 azimuth. And you can see that at 90 azimuth, due east, you can see here is the ecliptic or zodiac. It's rising in the east. That's the red line. That's the zodiac. But the zodiac is not rotating along this red line. The zodiac is rotating along the green line, which is the celestial equator. So you can really see how the zodiac is oblique or askew from the equator by about 23 degrees, so that when it rotates and is borne along with the equator, it can form very unusual angles to the horizon that change throughout the day. Now, I wanted to add something in here. I'm going to click a display in the upper right, and I'm going to add the coordinate grid. This is the coordinate grid for the horizontal system. Let me click and drag back so that you can see, if we go back to the north, you can see that due north, circling it with my cursor, due north is 0 azimuth. So if we rotate it around and come back to the east, we get to 90. And each one of these lines shows you 15-degree increments of azimuth. And this underscores the fact that each of the coordinate systems is its own globe. It has a middle circle, in this case the horizon. It has a pole, in this case the zenith and nadir, and it has the equivalent of longitude on the Earth, these little circles of azimuth. And then it also has circles that are like latitude on Earth, and these are the Almukantarath circles. Okay, so it's a coordinate system that works the same in each frame. We just call them different words. Now let me take out the coordinate system because that will make it easier for us to look at the globe. So here we have our ascendant at 27 Aries. You can see that the moon here is in late Pisces because the signs are ordered in the order that they rise. And here's Mars in Pisces. And you can see that the moon has southern latitude. You can't see that on the flat chart, but you can see here she's below the horizon or below the zodiac. She's in southern latitude. Now I want to start animating the chart so you can start to see how the zodiac seems to undulate in unusual ways. And we're going to step forward in increments of, let's make it 3 minutes. Looks like that's already the preset. So we're going to let the horizon or let the heavens move in primary motion, and you can see that because of the angle of the zodiac, the ascendant, which is where the ecliptic crosses the horizon, is moving farther and farther towards the north. Now the sun is rising, it's coming up above the horizon, and you can see that the ascendant is still the point of the ascendant is still moving northwards. But if you look, you can see it's about to change direction because as the heavens rotate, the curve now very soon is going to make the ascendant move back towards the east. So let's watch that happen. Now Venus has just arisen above the horizon, the north node or head of the dragon. And now, once we get around Cancer, you will start, zodiacal Cancer, you will start to see that the ascendant is going to start moving. There we go. Now it's slowly starting to move back towards the east. And as the curve increases, it's going to move faster towards the east. So the angle at which each of these planets is high up or low down in the sky is dependent on the obliquity of the ecliptic, but also your local horizon. It will make a big difference. And yeah, now we can see that the ascendant is starting to creep closer and closer towards the east. And it looks like the rate is increasing a bit more. So this is one way that you can start playing with the sky map and see visually how this works. This is also helpful because one of the homework assignments will be to use an orange or maybe an apple to create a globe and take a chopstick or skewer and create a pole and use rubber bands to represent the equator and the zodiac, and to be able to spin it and rotate it around and explain to someone how these coordinate systems work. So I invite you to explore it. And here we have the ascendant now moving much closer to the due east. And let's actually see it if it crosses and goes a little bit southwards. I think it might. And again, a lot depends on your local horizon. And it looks like about the beginning of Libra will be almost exactly due east. which of course you can see in the diagrams in the lesson because of where the zodiac and the ecliptic meet. And so that's a little bit of how to use the Janus sky map.